I've been getting a lot of questions lately about static image ads, especially for people in the info, B2B coaching space, and even some real estate funds that we work with. A lot of people have been seeing our ads and they're like, dude, I'm trying to hire a graphic designer and I'm only finding people that work with e-com. So like they don't know what to do in terms of what text to put on static ads, how to actually design them because there's no product and all that stuff. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about static image ads when it pertains to running them on Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, for B2B offers, info, software, and things along those lines. So pretty much anything besides e-com is what we're gonna talk about today. So my name is Seech. I run an advertising agency called Sell More Online, and we use a whole lot of static image ads for all of our clients who are in, again, the B2B space, info, some real estate funds, software companies, and a bunch of others. So first, when should you actually use static image ads? So just to be very clear, in any account, we don't only rely on static image ads. Time and time again, we've stepped into client accounts and done audits, and they've only been running static image ads, and then we introduce video, and it's insane the results, night and freaking day. So first off, inside of any account, what we like to do is we essentially follow this rule, okay? At any given time, usually we'll have about 10 to 30% image ads in the account, and the rest are going to be video. Again, we love leaning on video. AI UGC, regular UGC, the actual founder or someone from the executive team themselves should be sitting down to film too. So again, if you're only running image ads right now, there's a bunch of videos on my page, and we also talk about this in super deep length inside of our Inner Circle program. Link is down in the description. But if you want to learn video ads, go check one of those two resources out, because again, you need to be running video ads alongside image. But anyways, for those of you who want to run image ads, 10% to 30% of the time in any account, we're typically running image ads, unless every single time we run them, they just flop, right? If it's just videos outperforming them every single time, obviously I'm just going to run video ads in the account, and maybe I'll test statics a little bit with a very small budget, but again, I default to what's working in an account. We also, on the flip side, have some challenge funnels and webinar funnels that actually might get about 50% spend in the account on image ads. Those are rare cases, but I've seen for those versus call funnels actually work pretty good. So webinar funnels and challenge funnels, you might see better results with image ads. Just tossing that out there. Right now it's, October 6th, 2025. And again, that's what I'm seeing. This might shift, this might change. But anyways, we use image ads in accounts where, one, it's really hard for us to get the actual founder to film ads, and we just need to get something going. Or two, we have some sort of sale or some sort of urgency element that we're playing into, like, hey, maybe our challenge is starting in 3 days, and we just want to get kind of like countdown timer like statics running that says, hey, challenge is starting in 3 days, hey, it's starting in 2 days, hey, it's starting in 1 day. We'll do that. So basically, we just need to spin things up quickly. We'll do that. And also sometimes we'll test some wildly different angles in statics. We don't do that stuff, to be very clear, where we test the messaging in static image ads and then translate those over to videos. If we just want to test something wild, we'll just toss it into statics though. Now talking about design and what to actually put on the static image ads themselves. So first off, just remember, we are in a post-Andromeda update era. So what does that simply mean? It means that you have to be focusing on creative diversity in your account. So you should not be doing this thing where you have 4 images like this, and they're all the same exact looking image, and you just change like 1 or 2 words in each image. That does not work anymore. Meta will really not give these a chance, and they'll just basically spend towards one specific graphic. And we're also seeing this sort of structure where you just kind of make one design, then slap the same sort of text on and like change 1 or 2 words. We're seeing this fatigue super fast and not get long-lasting results in accounts. So we want to focus on having unique designs and unique messaging on each one. So diverse assets is the key. So when we're ideating our actual static images, it's kind of like ideating what sort of video ad scripts to write. So what we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll write out our avatar here. And then from there, we're gonna make a bunch of different bullet points below that specific avatar. And you could have multiple avatars, right, that you're actually targeting. but we're going to sit there and make a bunch of bullets, and each bullet is going to be another reason why somebody should buy a product or service, a certain pain point this avatar has, a certain desire this avatar has, or a current circumstance and real-time, real-life situation that this avatar is experiencing right now. Then from there, we're essentially going to articulate these into our static images. So each one of them will become an image. That's how you can make these different diverse assets and diverse messaging points in your static ads, is by sitting down and doing this exercise. This also works for videos. So this would be a video, this one would be a video, this bullet point would be a video, etc. So that's a great exercise to do right now. You can pause the video, go do that, then keep watching. But essentially, once you have all of those actual reasons and bullet points, now we need to go into the design element. So what should these static ads look like? A good static ad should essentially look like this. Usually we run 1x1. Sometimes we'll do 9x16. So like the story placements and feed and reel placements. But usually I just default towards 1x1s. They look great in every single placement. And the whole key here is less is more when designing static ads. Okay, so you want to have the big central idea. So the big headline, the big title of the actual static ad be super visible. Like, I mean, it should take up a big chunk of things, right? So if you have a title, right, of your ad, it should be taken up, you know, honestly like this much and stuff. So it should be super clear when somebody's scrolling through their feed to see that ad, understand what it's trying to convey, what the main point is, what the pain point you're articulating, the desire, the promise, the result, etc. It should be super easy for them to pick that out. And that's why we place that really big there. So less text, the better in static ads. The ones that we run focus on one idea, one theme, one central messaging point, and have one big old title. You can have like one subtitle down here and maybe a CTA and maybe like an icon or an image of like the person over here, something like that. But the whole thing, the big key, and we're going to go in some examples here in a sec, but the big key is to make the title huge, and less words in the title is the best. So you don't want to have like 19 words sitting here in like 3 lines, right? It's just too hard for somebody scrolling through their feed to look at it, grasp it really quick. Design is really everything here. And if your design looks like garbage and you're using too many words to articulate what you're trying to say in the headline, nobody's going to stop and read 4 lines of things, okay? So that is the biggest thing that I want to say, is clean designs, simple designs. One theme, one messaging bucket, one idea per static image. And less is more. So don't just slap a bunch of crazy text on there, ton of icons, ton of images, bullet points here, italics here. No, nice and clean is what we want. So again, simplicity is the key. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna switch over to the laptop, and I'm gonna dive into some examples inside of ad accounts of winning static images so you can see what they look like. And also, if you want, down below in the description, there's a page you can enter your name, phone number, and email, and I'll send you a massive swipe file of winning static images that we actually have inside of all of our accounts. So you're gonna get to see exactly what they are. You can send them to a graphic designer and say, hey, I want you to copy a style like this. Really helps. Also, in that actual delivery, the email that you're going to get with that swipe file, there's going to be a brief that I'm going to go over here in a sec. And the brief essentially is what we send to our designers. All right, guys, so I pulled up some of the winning statics inside of some of our client ad accounts. So we're just going to go through a couple of them. So first off, this is here for one of our clients, Link, who is a software company. So if you need blue text, by the way, hit them up. They're absolutely killer at what they do. But anyways, if you look at this here, I immediately know what the central idea is, what the product is, and what you're essentially promising me, right? It's also a very clean design. It's not cluttered, right? There's 3 elements. There's this iPhone here, the main headline, and then a logo of high level, which resonates with their target audience. So we put that there big because that right there is going to stop people that know GHL and essentially are using GHL. That's what we're trying to attract in this ad. Then if we go over to here, same thing. This is a 9x16 one, central idea. Very, very simple graphic, which has the lead connector app for high level. And then again, logo right there. And then their logo making some association. Then we have one, which is a little bit longer of a actual, text headline itself, but right here, it's, hey, sending green text with high level, switch to iMessage now. We actually made one that had this in like a green text bubble and this in a blue text bubble that did way, way better. So we kind of took this one and just modified it a little bit more. But again, we have lead connector and high level right here to build that association and stop the people that are using it, using high level and using lead connector immediately in their tracks when they see this. And then again, very, very simple right here. This is the kind of GHL like UI, and we have iMessage right there that pops up, which is really cool. So right here, another one, central idea, struggling with no-shows. Then we have a simple sub headline here. Click to try it out, CTA, right? This is a big headline. I'm scrolling through. I can immediately pick on, yep, I'm struggling with no-shows. This is for me. What else is this ad about? What are they promising here? Then right here, it tells you that in the sub headline. Then again, another one, really, 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 really big headline. This one did well because look, there is a lot of text on here. I 100% agree with you. There's a ton of text. I would have trimmed this one down. But we ran it anyways because we had a ton of statics to run. So I just kind of like overscripted a little bit in this one and overwrote, and then we just slapped on the page. But the designer did really good at still making the key concept here huge. 2x your SMS response rates. That is huge. That's the central idea of the actual image ad itself. And my eyes went immediately to that, right? When you're looking and you're designing these ads, you should be able to kind of look away, look right at the image, and wherever your eyes go, that's where your prospect's eyes are going when they're scrolling through their feed on their phone, right? So if you're here, you look, my eyes immediately went to 2x your SMS response rates. Like, all right, interesting. It's also two separate colors. Like if this was all white here, it would be kind of hard to read, but it's very easy to read because, all right, we got blue and then white. And then, cool, this caught my attention without touching your script, sales team, and process. Interesting. All you have to do is start sending blue iMessages. Interesting. Double response rates, double, reply rates, make more money from leads you already have, right? So while there was a lot of text on this, we just formatted it in a very nice way, and we didn't make all the text the same size. So this right here, this huge headline, this big title, grabbed the attention and told me, again, what theme the ad's about and what essential messaging point we're talking about in the ad. Then if we go here, same thing. Another pain point they have is A2P 10DLC takes forever. So we just basically said that in the ad. Hey, it could take weeks, but you can start sending iMessages from your CRM today with Link Blue. Very simple graphic, right? Logo, big title, subheadline, graphic. Very simple stuff. As you can see, each of these are just very simple and they hit on one central idea. We don't try to say too much in the ad over and over again. Now let's look at another one that's working really well in an account. And this right here is for one of our real estate funds that we work with. And again, simple stuff here. A big old graphic of their actual car wash that they're investing into. Huge headline, quick bullets on what's included in the fund in terms of the actual metrics and estimated returns. And then a nice banner up here that is a key thing that a lot of people really enjoy in this space. So like a lot of investors want quick distributions. So right here is what we essentially have in the ad. But again, invest in our latest car wash fund, and then a very big old headline, big title, and then a very attractive graphic there. And then this one here is also doing really well. Similar stuff, just a little bit easier to read the actual metrics of the deal itself here. We got a nice clean call to action. Then want to invest in the car washes. Again, big old title, big old headline, and a nice clean graphic that they provided us with. All right, so this right here is an example of what a brief looks for one of our clients. So basically all we do is we sit there and I ideate, again, those individualized messaging buckets and ideas that I want to hit on in the ads themselves, and I just script them out like this. So usually I script it out like this first. A couple hours later, I'll go for like a walk or something. I'll come back and I'll try to cut words. So every single word in your copy should earn its place. So right here, I'll literally go through after I hit done with recording this quick video and just start to cut some of these words. But each and every individualized ad here is a different pain point, a different reason why somebody should buy your thing, a different messaging and ad idea in general. So we go through and we cut words after that. So I try to cut as many as I possibly can. And sometimes I'll also add different directions for the designer themselves to basically formulate, different like icons and different things on, like this one here, right here, like leads ghost you after booking. I'm going to tell them like, hey, add a ghost or something on the like fade it out in the background of the actual image. So you can kind of like have fun here and play with this. So you could also use LLMs to essentially, speed this up for you. If you do, again, want to download a brief like this that we use for our clients, you can do so. There's a link down in the description below, name, phone number, email. I'll send this over to you with a swipe file of our winning ads. And again, this brief. So you can just feed it into an LLM like Manus and say, hey, this is my offer. This is a brief that I did on a prior offer. Please just write some static ad outlines for me here. So that's a great option for you as well. So again, there's a link down in the description below where you can download a whole swipe file of our winning static ads, plus a brief that you can send over to your graphic designer. And at the same time, if you want to work with us to help scale your ads, there's a link down in the description below breaking down our sprint offer where we set up your full funnel for you, the entire marketing system on the paid side. Or if you're already running ads right now, we CRO everything that you have and run your ads completely done for you for 30 days. And of course, we have our done for you agency services offer where we handle everything from A to Z on a continuous basis for you to help you pack your calendar with qualified sales calls. That link is also down in the description below. And if you want to join our Inner Circle program, meet with me one-on-one to help you scale your ads. That link is also down in the description below. I'll see you on the next video.